us, be active on social media. And if you guys have the passports, we'll have the stickers at the back for you guys at the end. And we're going to be photographing, so if you're not comfortable with that, you guys can move to the back of the room or see me at the end. And yeah, we'll be doing answering questions. You could either just raise your hands or tweet at us at IST Startup. So I'll do a quick bio right now. So David Rusenko is the CEO and co-founder of Weebly, a tech startup based out of San Francisco, California. Weebly enables anyone to create a unique, high-quality site with no HTML experience. Today, over 1 million people a month visit one of the 20 million sites created on Weebly. 60% of people started a site on Weebly are entrepreneurs. Rusenko was named in the Forbes 30 Under 30 list in 2011 and 2012. He is also the youngest recipient of the Penn State Alumni Achievement Award, winning it in 2010. Weebly has been featured in the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Reuters, Newsweek, Entrepreneur, NBC, and BBC. And Rusenko is an active angel investor, including investments in Parse, Q, and Zenefits. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to David.
Thank you. All right, well, thanks for having me back. Startup Week is always really exciting. It's awesome to bring some of the know-how from the West Coast startup scene out here to Happy Valley. I wanted to basically just run through the Weebly story, talk a little bit about how we got started, a lot of photos so you could really see. It was in 2006. I was a junior here, sitting in these seats, and just kind of give you really a good sense of how we got from there to where we are now. So first up, what is Weebly? Weebly is the easiest way for anyone to create a high-quality site, blog, or e-commerce store. Our biggest focuses really are creating a site and creating an e-commerce store. I think one thing that's really unique is that we focus on entrepreneurs. Essentially what we see happening is basically there's a whole host of things that are changing in the workforce, and some of those are positive and some of those aren't as good. And we're essentially creating an enabling technology platform that's letting people get out there, whether they have an idea, a business that they want to start. We're taking this whole step of basically launching your site, launching your store, and making that accessible to millions of people. I want to show you a few sites that were made on Weebly. This is the Whiskey Ball. It's a really cool ice cube mold made by Caesar, who was basically vacationing in Southeast Asia, saw these really cool ice cubes, but the machines to make them were really expensive, thousands of dollars. And so he thought, hey, I can make this. It's the perfect ice cube for drinking whiskey, and really to minimize the amount of sort of dilution it gets in your whiskey. Caesar made this site himself and is successfully selling this. Another one is Exo Bruno. This is, again, someone out of Portland who learned how to make these beautiful, gorgeous handmade leather goods from her grandmother, and is able to create these really high quality, bags and wallet holders, and create the site herself through Weebly. Here's another one, Our Table. This is also out of Oregon. This is very cool. They're basically trying to really scale up the farm to table and bring that to the masses. So, kind of cut out the middleman. Instead of going grocery shopping at Safeway, just buy your food straight from the farm. Here's Boulder Boards. This is a company that's making skateboards for women, specifically targeted for women, and a great example of an e-commerce store. And here's Kaiser Air. This is a small airline based in Oakland, California. It's been around for 60 years. And you can really see a full range of businesses that have been created on Weebly. Otto, the general manager of Kaiser Air, created the site himself. Really it's all about people who are starting something. It's about people who have this idea, who have this passion, something that they're really excited about, that they want to get off the ground. And these days, one of the main barriers to doing that is setting up your site. We're so excited to be able to provide this platform where instead of having to go and pay tens of thousands of dollars to a designer if you don't know how to code, to spend hours and hours to get your site online, it's now really accessible to everyone. Anyone can have an idea, just focus on the core value that they're creating, and then get worldwide distribution by bringing it to the world. So I want to walk through our story and just give you, a good feeling of what all the steps were and at the earliest stages how we got started. And hopefully you'll see that it's not some mysterious magical process. I think like Steve also gave you the impression too, sometimes we did more things wrong than we did right. But just really be able to connect the dots and see how it's really possible for anyone to do. So this is February 2006 is where we start. It's when I was in